What's going on, everyone? Hopefully everyone is doing well. Hopefully everyone is staying safe and healthy. It is time for the back to school edition of Staffing Shortages. In July, the jobs report was a total of 187,000 jobs added. That ended up being lower than expected. So the growth, it is starting to slow here in the United States. We are going to take a look at several different staffing shortage articles, with a number of them being having to do with back to school, because remember, schools are starting up in the country. Some places are starting now. Some places will start the first week of September. All the kiddies are going back to school, but unfortunately, there's staffing shortages. Follow along with me here. First off, studies suggest staffing shortages during the COVID-19 pandemic. Keyword during. Hello, the pandemic's still ongoing. If you follow my channel, you'll know the pandemic is not over. Anyhow, the COVID-19 pandemic placed strain on nursing homes. Well, yes, if X number of staff that work at a nursing home test positive and are shorthanded, who's going to care for our senior citizens? Really, who's going to do it? It's not a good thing. Moving on to this. The Steamship Authority, this is in Cape Cod. COVID is causing staffing shortages at the Steamship Authority, affecting service. That's right. They had to delay and cancel some operations because so many people are out with COVID at once. This happened back in July, but hey, we missed it. Let's report on it. Back in July, there were a number of cancellations and tie-ups with the Staten Island Ferry because a lot of people called out. Maybe it is they called out sick, but it just says that they did call out. Alrighty, we have a number of issues with schools. First off, Orange County, Florida. Orange County School District faces staffing shortages. Classes back in session as of Thursday in Orange County, as nearly 212,000 students went back to school in Orange County on Thursday. District leaders are talking about changes they're facing because of staffing shortages. Let's move on to this. Oh, look, Chicago area schools tackle staffing shortages as return to classroom nears. Let's go a little north of Chicago, Wisconsin. Schools facing staffing shortages less than a month from the start of school. How about here? Oh, look at this. Kansas City. Some districts in Kansas City Metro navigating through staffing shortages. Kansas City, Kansas. As summer draws to a close, families and schools across Kansas City are prepping to return to classrooms. One of the tasks for many school districts is finding and hiring new teachers. You know, someone's got to teach the kids, and it seems to me as if there is a staffing shortage there as well. Maine. Let's go up to New England now. Look at this. Maine. School districts facing staffing shortages heading into the new school year. Portland, WGME, with schools in Maine starting up in just a few weeks, there are growing concerns about staffing shortages. The search for workers is going much better than last year for MSAD 52 superintendent, but we continue to struggle to hire special educators. Mid said. As the school leader in Turner, she says they also need about 14 ed techs. Ooh, that's not good. A number of bus drivers and other staff. So it sounds like Maine is having a problem as well. Oklahoma City, let's go out to the plains. Oklahoma City public schools return to classrooms despite staffing vacancies. So not being spared there. Any more places? Look at this. Spotsylvania County. This is in Virginia. Spotsylvania County schools kick off first day after staffing shortages and, budget cuts as well. Well, that's not too good. Oh, North Carolina, staffing shortages there too. North Carolina students continue to return to school despite staffing shortages. Can anyone get a proper education anywhere? Well, not in Las Vegas either. Back to school. What does teacher staffing look like, and what does CCSD doing to address it? Las Vegas, 3 days into the school year, there continue to be, you guessed it, staffing shortages and ongoing feud over teacher contracts. The Clark County School District recently said there are about, 1,100 teacher openings, but some believe the number are actually higher. So the numbers are actually higher because of substitutes filling some licensed professional roles. Oh, that's just ridiculous. 1,100 teachers needed in Las Vegas right now. Good Lord. Firm used to help with staffing shortages at Tarrant County Jail. So now there is vacancies, and let's read here the fine print. We won't watch the video. Tarrant County Sheriff Bill Wayborn said there are 250 vacant positions in the jail. That's not good. We know that there have been issues ongoing in jails lately because of staffing shortages. How about this? Kentucky Animal Control Agencies report trouble with staffing shortages. So, those animal shelters, kennels, apparently there's not enough people to watch over Fido, the dog, in the staffing shortage issue. Fido can't get his proper care, and you can see, oh, I don't even want to see this. Look at this poor dog. He's like, someone come take care of me, because they don't have enough people to do that. Oh, it's sad to see. Let's move on to the next one. Here we go. Apparently, Iowa is having a doctor shortage. Oh my, that's not good. If anyone needs medical care in Iowa, at the moment there's not enough doctors. Continuing on to this. Hang on. Here we go. Continuing on to this. Airlines will continue to fly fewer flights to New York and Washington as FAA faces staffing shortages. Who remembers when they said the staffing shortages would be resolved by this summer? I do, but guess what? It's still not been resolved. And it says here, the federal government is allowing airlines to continue to run reduced flight schedules to major airports serving New York City and Washington in hopes of curbing flight cancellations and reducing the burden on short-staffed air traffic controllers. That's something that was supposed to be resolved this summer, but here we are, summer of 2023. These issues continue, and we know there have been a lot of cancellations with flights again this year. How about Washington, D.C.? Capitol Police aims to address staffing shortages through new recruitment method. So they're having staffing shortages there as well. Sandusky Museum has closed. Unfortunately, the Sandusky, I'm assuming this is in Sandusky, Ohio. Those overseeing the Sandusky Children's Museum recently announced they've shut down. This kids-focused space opening more than 4 years ago. Why? Gee, I wonder why. The bottom line is there weren't enough volunteers to help Mr. G, said Rick Hography, I hope I'm saying that correctly, who with his wife Megan owns the marketplace downtown on Market Street in Sandusky. So yet again, this time it's not a staffing thing, but a volunteer type staff. It's not a paid job, but they're just not getting enough volunteers. Ooh, this is not good. This is something I think we've reported on last month, and I think it continues to be a problem. Maryland Matters. 911 call centers struggle with staffing shortages, mental health, and burnout. So they're having a health issue, they're having a burnout issue, and of course, staffing shortages. Continuing on, staffing shortages impact operation at Michigan prisons. This is not good. So yet again, another area where jails are having problems. They're at approximately 25% vacancy rate right now. Whoa, that's not good at all. And finally, we come to this right here. Staffing shortages cause survey backlog for half of Connecticut's SNFs, which that has to do with senior nursing facilities. And so people who go and survey the facilities to make sure they're up to code, there's not enough people doing that right now. And as you know, if there's not enough people doing that, that leads to potential hazards for our seniors, and that puts them at risk because guess what? That means senior facilities, they're not being investigated, surveyed to make sure that they're doing everything up to code and that they're up to standards that they should be. So yet again, staffing shortages. Alrighty folks, that does for this month's edition of Staffing Shortages, the Back to School edition. Class is now in session. Whether you have a teacher or not for your child, I don't know. But if you have a staffing shortage story that you would like to tell me about, let me know down in the comments down below. You can send me a direct message on Twitter. You can just tag me on Twitter. I'd be happy to know about it. all included in next month's edition of Staffing Shortages. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe to my channel down below. If you know anyone that would like to see the content on my channel, by all means, share this with them. Have a great day. I'll see you again next time. Stay safe, everyone.